Go.
Hi, today we're going to look at one of the basic kicks from Tae Kwon Do. There are 3 basic kicks in Tae Kwon Do: the front snap kick, the roundhouse kick or the round kick, and the side kick. They're all composed of different parts. Today we're going to look at the side kick and break it down into its elemental parts. Most people start the side kick from a standing position. You can start from what's called a horse riding stance, where you're literally as if you're sitting on a horse. Your knees are both bent. Your weight is back in your buttocks, and you are trying to press out onto your knees and the outside of your feet. So you're in a sort of a balanced squatting type position. Generally, to do a side kick, you would then slide up, however, so we're going to just start from the standing position. Now, the first thing to do makes complete sense, completely logical. It's just to pick up your foot. And when we pick up the foot and put it in its correct position, we call this the chamber. Now, it's as if I turn to the side here, I can show you a little bit better. You want your foot as if it is placed on a chair directly in front of you. So your heel is underneath your knee, out from your body. Not tucked under your buttocks like this, but out from your body. Your heel will be pointed down, and your foot is almost a little bit curved, so that the outside of your foot it's called a bladed effect. It's kind of curved as well, and pushing out with your knee. So that's the correct chambered position for a side kick. So again, turning around to the front. Once I've chambered, the next step is to actually execute the kick. That's the second part of the kick. So I'm going to, at the same time that I'm kicking, I need to focus on my standing foot and pivot it out so that it's turned 90 degrees to where it originally was. So I've kicked and I pivoted on my standing foot at the same time, kicking with my heel onto the target. The third part of the kick is to just undo that. You're going to rechamber. So your standing foot is going to go back to its original position, and your kicking foot is going to go back to its chambered position. So kick, rechamber, set it down. And generally you are going to end in that horse riding stance that I talked about. So you're in a nice balanced, good stance to continue whatever you're going to do after that. So again, just to look at the kick in its entirety, we're going to kick that focus pad there. We're going to chamber, execute the kick, rechamber, and set it down. And then generally you have your hands in a nice guard stance. So that is the side kick.